Olympism can play in our society. As a five-time Olympian myself and India's first individual gold medalist, I am eternally grateful for the contribution she has made and continues to make to Indian sport while inspiring millions of Indian athletes from the grassroots to become the best they can be. Mrs. Nita Ambani.
Thank you, Abhinav. Dear President Bark, dear colleagues, Namaskar. It is truly an honor to lead the Indian delegation today and share our passion and our ambition for hosting such a prestigious Olympic event. This will be the first IOC session in India in 40 years. Since we last had the honor of welcoming the Olympic family, we have made consistent strides and grown into a more prosperous, more self-confident India. An India that is surging ahead to become one of the top 3 economies in the world. A vibrant nation of unmatched diversities. A robust democracy with stronger global relationships, just like the one we share with you, my dear friends and respected members of the IOC. We take immense pride in the resilient spirit of India that has risen to produce and export millions of vaccines to several countries across the world, and administering over 1.5 billion vaccines throughout the country. Throughout the pandemic, sport has been a source of hope, joy, entertainment, and motivation to the people around the world. As we enter the post-pandemic world, with optimism, sport will continue to inspire us and lead us with its invaluable life lessons. With one foot rooted in our cultural traditions and the other leaping up to embrace modernity, India's next generation is brimming with 1 billion hopes and dreams, driven by the potential and the power of creative energy. I truly believe India is on the verge of creating something very special with the Olympic movement. Together with you, we want to open the doors of opportunity to millions of young Indians. It is time to write the future of sport and ignite our potential with the spirit of Olympism. India is a melting pot of multiple cultures and incredible experiences. A country that has inspired millions of travelers over centuries to come back time and again. India is a journey you can't complete in one lifetime. With great joy, I invite you to begin your journey to incredible India.
Welcome to the stadium called India. With 2 of the world's top 10 mega cities. Aiming to be a $5 trillion economy. Aiming for sustainable space endeavors. Among the fastest growing sporting nations. Consuming 1.55 trillion minutes of sports content annually.
AOP Chat.
Where the whole world is one family, where the guest is God. Witness it all. From the stadium called India.
Friends, India is scaling new heights in every field, including Olympic sport. Nearly half of India's population, over 600 million, are under 25 years of age. This makes India one of the most crucial and exciting places to nurture and grow the Olympic movement. Inspired by the Olympic Values Education Program, it is our mission to identify potential talent and guide them to greatness in the world of sport. To coincide with the Olympic Session 2023, we propose to launch a series of elite sports development programs for the youth across deprived communities. I believe this is only the beginning, and it is time to elevate our partnership with the Olympic movement to greater heights. Yes, it is our aspiration to host the Olympic Games in the future. It is our ambition to inspire every young Indian to embrace the Olympic values of friendship, excellence, and respect. The IOC session in 2023 in India will be a catalyst that will ignite this ambition into action. Today, we propose to host this historic occasion in magical Mumbai, our city of dreams, the city that will rise up to salute the spirit of Olympism.
Mumbai, the city of dreams, the land of opportunities. Where every street is a stadium, where every sport is a spectacle. A world of million trees, a world closely connected, where everything is within reach, from recreational parks to international healthcare facilities, from UNESCO World Heritage Sites to globally recognized hotels. The welcoming city where everyone belongs. The spirit of Mumbai, the city that never sleeps. The show never stops. Indomitable. The destination of dreamers and doers. Experience Mumbai. Experience the city of dreams.
His Excellency Mr. Thomas Bach, IOC President, my dear colleagues, I am delighted to be addressing you all today. In recent years, India as a nation has embraced sports and fitness. There is a strong belief that sports can provide fundamental shift in our society. Amongst our first steps in showcasing new India sports capabilities to the world is our proposed hosting of the IOC session in Mumbai in 2023. This is supported by our long-term goal to host the Olympic Games in India. It's a bold objective, but one that can surely deliver, and we are excited that through sports we can bring the world to India. We are already working with the government and the private sector, and I am pleased to report that the stakeholders share a commitment to make the IOC session in Mumbai a truly memorable experience. We are fully committed and all set to host a truly memorable IOC session. I look up to each of my colleagues in the IOC for their full support of our proposal and assure you all an event that will be memorable. On behalf of Indian Olympic Association, I would like to thank you for considering our proposal to host the historic event and look forward to welcoming you all to Mumbai in 2023. I now have the honor of introducing a message from His Excellency Mr. Anurag Thakur, the Sports Minister of India.
President Bach, esteemed members of the IOC, Namaste, hello everyone. The Indian government has a vision of India becoming one of the world's leading sporting nations. Our efforts to fulfill this vision are very well underway with several sports development programs across the country. We are working with the partners like you to introduce opportunities at the grassroots level and nurture our talent with world-class training while providing the necessary ecosystem to allow our athletes to achieve their sporting dreams. Our talent pool is growing with the support of our robust education system and various government initiatives to elevate sport from a part-time passion to a full-time profession. It is my firm belief that the Olympic movement can help accelerate our vibrant nation in the right direction. Hosting the IOC session in 2023 will demonstrate our ambition and elevate the potential of our partnership. Rest assured that the Government of India will do everything in its power to ensure you have a wonderful experience during the session. I truly believe that together we can achieve something very special. So dear friends, I look forward to having the honor of welcoming you all to Mumbai in 2023. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Honorable Sports Minister. Dear colleagues, the IOC session in Mumbai will be game-changing and life-transforming for India's future generations. It's now my great pleasure to introduce you to the state-of-the-art venue for the IOC session in 2023, the Geo World Center, an iconic brand new complex that mirrors all our values and aspirations. Geo World Center is one of the most innovative, sustainable, and self-contained convention centers in the world, and the largest in India, an ode to our country's rich culture and symbolic of the dreams of New India. Friends, I cannot wait to welcome you all here. It will be a great honor and pleasure to welcome the IOC to the Geo World Center in Mumbai and strengthen the Olympic movement in India.
President Bach, dear colleagues, thank you for your valuable time today. A special thanks to the Evaluation Commission, led by IOC Vice President Sir Myang, for their cooperation and guidance. We hope that you share our excitement at the potential to inspire 1.3 billion people through the spirit of sport and Olympic values. And we hope that you felt our passion and our ambition to see India become a meaningful partner in the growth and development of the Olympic movement. Thank you.
Thank you very much to our friends and colleagues from India. Thank you very much, Mrs. Nita Ambani, for your excellent presentation, and Mr. Batra for the support being expressed on behalf of the Indian Olympic Committee, and to Mr. Abhinav Pindra for leading the Mumbai delegation in such an excellent way through the presentation. Thank you very much to all three of you. I will only have one question after. Who will have to stand under the fountains you produced there so prominently when we come to Mumbai? But before asking more questions, I give the floor to the chair of the Evaluation Commission for IOC sessions, our Vice President, Mr. Siam-Yang Eng. Mr. Eng, you have the floor.
Thank you, President, dear colleagues, and our dear friends and colleagues from India as well. The candidature process for hosting of the IOC session in 2023 was started as very early in the summer of 2019 in order to find the most suitable city. Mumbai was identified as a potential city. The 2022-23 period also happens to be the 75th anniversary of India's independence. And it would be really a great occasion for the Olympic movement to be at the heart of these wonderful celebrations. The corporate events and services team paid its first visit to Mumbai at the end of August 2019 to evaluate whether hosting a session there would be feasible. The IOC Session Evaluation Commission then visited Mumbai on 21st and 22nd of October 2019. The main objective were to establish the final venue and dates. On 4th March 2020, the IOC EB confirmed that Mumbai was eligible to host the IOC session in 2023. Due to the worldwide pandemic, the project was then put on hold. In autumn 2021, both the Indian Olympic Association and Mrs. Ambani reiterated their commitment to hosting the IOC session in 2023. As you have heard, the identified venue, the Joe Versa, is located in the Batra complex, which is a new economic and cultural hub of Mumbai. The center offers all the required services and space needed for the organization of the session, as well as related meetings. Hotels are located very close to the venue. The standard average rate for a double deluxe room in 2023 will be US $350. Renewed guarantees on rates and availability were received in November 2021 to cover the IOC needs and are fully aligned with the market. Following the Evaluation Commission's visit and various discussion, and taking into consideration of the financial capabilities of the IOA, it was confirmed that most of the operating costs will be covered by the IOC. It is important to note that India has a high VAT rate of 18% applicable to all services. In addition, no exemption would be possible. In order to finalize the agreement and subject to the vote of this session, the IOC and the IOA will sign a session agreement after the election, confirming the allocation of tasks and responsibilities for the organization of the session, as well as related meetings. Joe World Center has the latest available security technology and dedicated security team. The hotel and conference center located in the Batra complex area of Mumbai, which is one of the most secured parts of the city. So in conclusion, the IOA and IOC members in India have assured their support for the organization of the IOC session. The Evaluation Commission confirms that Mumbai is eligible to host the session. The EB and the IOC Session Evaluation Commission will recommend that this session approves the election of Mumbai as the host city of the IOC session in May-June 2023. Thank you, President, and thank you, dear colleagues.
Thank you very much, Mr. Eng, for your, as always, very precise report. Here speaks also the chair of the Finance Commission. Are there questions with regard to Mumbai 2023? Or are the reports clear? They appear to be clear. Then we could move to the vote. And for this, I pass the floor to the IOC Director General, Mr. De Keper.
Thank you, Mr. President. Before the real vote, we shall proceed with the test vote in order to ensure that you are familiar with the voting system. Members who are in the session room will vote via the electronic voting keypads that have already been placed on your desk, and they have all been sanitized. The smart card will now be distributed by the IOC administration. Members attending the meeting online will vote through the online voting platform with which you are already familiar. To do so, you will have to minimize the Zoom app window and go back to your web browser to the IOC voting platform. Both voting systems ensure the confidentiality and anonymity of the votes. The votes are conducted by our service provider who are sitting here on the stage. Your colleagues, Mrs. Kirsty Coventry as chair, Mr. Octavian Moharu and Ms. Michaela Kochwanku-Jaworski have been appointed as scrutineers and will oversee the voting process and validate the voting results. After the subject matter of the vote is announced, I will instruct our technicians to open the vote and declare the vote open. Once the vote is open, voting keypads and smart cards will no longer be distributed. For those voting online from home, the voting options will automatically appear on the landing page when the vote is open. Should you require any technical support, please contact the telephone number already indicated to you. I will inform you when the vote has been closed. We will now see a short instruction video on how to use the electronic voting system.
The e-voting keypad and the e-voting smart card have been distributed to you. Please note that the keypad will have only 3 buttons enabled, as described. Please insert your smart card into the e-voting keypad fully up to the red line. Make sure the arrows and chip at the bottom of the smart card voting card are facing you. A welcome IOC card message will appear when the card is inserted correctly. Once voting is declared open by the Director General, the voting options will be displayed on your screen. Use the blue trackball to scroll to your desired choice. When your choice is highlighted, either press the blue trackball or press the green square to vote. Once you have voted, a validation message, "Vote Received," will appear from the server to state that your vote has been received and counted. If you wish to review how you have voted whilst the vote is open, please press the green square. Your submitted vote will then appear. To hide your vote again, press the green square once more. If you wish to cancel your vote, please press the red triangle whilst the polls remains open. You will be presented with the voting options, enabling you to cast your desired vote once again. When the vote is declared closed, the voting options will be replaced by Olympic rings. It is no longer possible to modify your choice, and the last vote you submitted is taken into account.
So does everyone in the room having have a voting keypad and a smart card. And everyone attending online will see the voting question when the vote is open. So it appears that everyone has a keypad and a voting and a smart card. We will then now proceed with the test vote. The test voting question is Beijing duck the most favorite Chinese dish? Est-ce que le canard pékinois est le plat chinois le plus apprécié? I will now be requesting the opening of the vote. The vote is now open. So did everyone have the opportunity to vote? If that is the case, I'm going to declare the vote closed. The vote is closed.
The result of this most important vote here is that we have received 84 votes. There are 19 abstentions. That means valid votes is 65. The majority is 33. Yes, 56, no, 9. I would be very much interested, but it's a secret vote, what our Chinese friends did vote there in this. Maybe in the break you can advise us, but I can now officially declare Beijing duck the most preferred Chinese dish by the IOC members. I hope in the restaurants, in the hotel, they all hear the message loud and clear. Mr. De Kepper, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. President. Before proceeding with the vote and starting with the vote for the session 2023, I wish to remind you of the rules which shall apply to all the votes being held during the IOC session. Each IOC member present in the IOC session room or online has one vote. For all the votes taking place during the IOC session, abstentions, blank or spoiled ballots are not taken into consideration to the calculation of the required majority. Voting by proxy is not allowed. For all the votes during the IOC session, the President elects not to exercise his right to vote. However, he reserves the right to break a deadlock. For those members in the room, while a vote is open, you will not be eligible to vote should you leave the room. You are not allowed to film or take photos during the vote. For the vote on item 7 of the agenda regarding the election of Mumbai as host city of the IOC session 2023, the following members shall refrain from voting in accordance of paragraph 5.2 of Rule 18 of the Olympic Charter. This is Mrs. Nita Ambani and Mr. Narinder Batra. Their voting capabilities will be disabled for this vote only. So the subject matter of the vote is, do you accept to elect the city of Mumbai, India, to host the IOC session in 2023? Please select your voting choice, yes, no, abstain. And I will now declare the vote open. The vote is open. Did everyone have the opportunity to vote? This seems to be the case. I'm going to close the vote. The vote is now closed. And this is the result for the election of the host city of the IOC session 2023. We have received 82 votes, 6 abstentions. That means 76 valid votes. The majority is 39 yes, 75 no, 1. Mumbai is elected host city of the IOC session in 2023. Congratulations, and what a result. If you are not speechless after this result, with only 1 vote against, Mrs. Ambani, if you want to say some words, you're most welcome, and of course also Mr. Batra. You're on mute. So now you're really speechless.
Can you hear me now, President?
Yes, now we hear you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, President Bach, for the honor and the opportunity. Thank you to all my dear friends and colleagues in the IOC for your vote of confidence. And thank you, Christophe, Sir Miang, and the entire Evaluation Commission for your support and guidance. On behalf of 1.3 billion Indians, I thank you all for your faith in us, and I look forward to welcoming all of you to our great nation. This is indeed an historic moment for all of us. the Olympic movement is coming back to India after 40 years. With gratitude and excitement, we look forward to hosting the 2023 IOC session in Mumbai. I'm sure that this session will be the beginning of a new chapter of sporting excellence for India. We treasure our partnership with the IOC and cherish this opportunity for India's youth to embrace the values of Olympism. Thank you once again, and we look forward to seeing all of you in Mumbai next year. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you very much. Mr. Batra, also speechless. There is a button in front of you which looks like a microphone, and
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Yeah. President Bach and all the members of the IOC, thank you for showing faith in us. I can just tell you in very few words, I can assure you, in India, we'll not let you down, and you'll be pleased that you've taken this decision to give this session to us. So thank you very much, all of you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Batra, and congratulations again, and see you in India, see you in Mumbai in 2023. And now, dear friends and colleagues, I propose that we move on to 4.1. This is the re-election of two members of the IOC Ethics Commission. You remember that during the first day of the session, we heard the report by the chair of the IOC Ethics Commission, Mr. Ban Ki-moon. And as announced on this day, we will now proceed with a vote on the re-elections. As a reminder to everybody, the IOC Ethics Commission is governed by a majority of independent members. Therefore, it is composed of a majority of 5 members not linked with the IOC and 4 IOC members. All the members are elected by the IOC session for a 4-year term, which is renewable twice. In accordance with Rule 2020 of the Good Rule 2020 in 2020 in Beijing, the IOC Executive Board recommends the re-election as members of the IOC Ethics Commission in their capacity as active honorary or former IOC members, Mr. Pierre-Olivier Beckers and Mrs. Auvita Rapila. The Director General has the floor for further proceedings.
Thank you, President. We will first proceed with the vote on the proposal to re-elect for a last term Mr. Pierre-Olivier Beckers. In accordance with paragraph 5 of Rule 18 of the Charter, Mr. Ingmar de Vos may not take part into the vote. His voting capability will be disabled for this vote only. The subject matter of the vote is: do you accept to re-elect Mr. Pierre-Olivier Beckers-Vieux-Jean as a member of the IOC Ethics Commission in his capacity of active honorary or former IOC member? Does everyone in the room have a voting keypad and a smart card? Does everyone attending online see the voting question? This seems to be the case. I now will be requesting the opening of the vote. The vote is open. Did everyone have the opportunity to vote? This seems to be the case. I'm going to declare the vote closed. The vote is now closed. And we will proceed immediately with the second vote, which is the vote on Mrs. Ovita Rapia. The subject matter of the vote is, do you accept to re-elect Mrs. Ovita Rapia as member of the IOC Ethics Commission? Does everyone in the room have a voting keypad? And does everyone attending online see the voting question? This seems to be the case again. So I'm going to open the vote. The vote is open. Did everyone have the opportunity to vote? This seems to be the case. I'm going to close the vote. The vote is closed. And we wait now that the head of the scrutiny present the results to the President before proceeding to the next votes.